Good Saturday morning. We have a weather impact alert for your weekend because we'll have ample moisture surging in from the Gulf throughout today and tomorrow. Today is probably going to be the rainier of the two weekend days. We'll have passing showers and storms this weekend, and the rain could get heavy at times. Make sure you have a way to get alerts in case we have to deal with any flooding. It's possible we could see some localized street flooding. Not going to be an issue everywhere, but always check our WWL app for alerts. Also, you can check the live radar on there to see where the showers are happening. And don't forget your umbrellas and rain gear before you head out the door this weekend. We're just going to have periodic rain and storms all weekend long coming and going. So this is what it looks like at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. We already have some heavier showers setting up across parts of the area, especially South Mississippi. They've seen the most rain so far over the last several hours, like they need anymore. Like we've already seen so much rain in South Mississippi over the last month and a half. Of course, we've got the heaviest of the showers in Pearl River and Hancock counties right now, and some heavy rain heading into Bay St. Louis. So we have heavy showers in South Mississippi at the 11 o'clock hour this morning. Also some heavy rain on the North Shore from Folsom to Franklinton to Kentwood. The rain is not everywhere, but anywhere you get some rain this weekend, it could be intense and heavy because of the tropical moisture. With this weak disturbance that's pushed in over our part of the Gulf, it's not going to develop into anything. It's already pushing overhead. It's just bringing us lots of moisture, which we've been talking about over the last couple of days. Scattered rain down the bayou from Raceland to Thibodaux and Houma and Des Allemands. Heavier showers there as well. City of New Orleans not seeing much at this hour, but some spotty rain has already starting to pop up even in the metro area. Here's a look at the Gulf. Lots of moisture coming in from the Gulf with that weak disturbance. There was just too much dry air and wind shear, too hostile for anything to develop, but we're dealing with the moisture this weekend. That's why we have the weather impact alert for Saturday and Sunday, because we'll have the passing showers and storms this weekend and a few intense tropical downpours that can make it a pretty big headache when you're on the road. So make sure you're driving carefully, just being mindful. It could be dry for a little while and then you'll get a pop-up or a shower popping in, and it could be pretty heavy. So just kind of keep that in mind. You don't want to get caught off guard this weekend. Temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Mostly, though, if you get some rain, it'll cool you down to the 70s. It just depends on how much rain you are seeing. So it will be warm and muggy, but really, truly not that hot. Temperatures this time of the year, like average, is already at 89 degrees. So we're going to be seeing temperatures actually a few degrees below average this weekend because of the moisture, the clouds, the heavy showers we'll be seeing at times. So not as hot, but definitely sticky and muggy and uncomfortable out there. So temperatures will be low mid 80s, but it'll probably still feel like the lower 90s, factoring in that humidity. Today and tomorrow also will have southerly winds. It will be a little breezy this weekend at times, not as windy as yesterday, but we'll have south winds gusting around 15 to 20 miles per hour occasionally today and tomorrow. Coastal flooding is really no longer a concern because we're done with the easterly winds. However, because we had consistent east winds over the last couple of days, it has piled up some water on our westward shorelines, west shoreline of Lake Pontchartrain and in Lake Maurepas. So there's actually a minor coastal flooding risk for our west-facing shorelines just because all that water has piled up over there over the last couple of days due to those consistent east winds. This is likely going to last until early Sunday morning. And it's good that we have more of a south wind happening today, and that will continue through tomorrow. So that will help alleviate these issues. But if you know there are any roads along here or spots that can kind of take on water a little bit easier, there is a minor coastal flooding concern at least until Sunday morning for Lake Maurepas and the west side of Lake Pontchartrain. But the rest of the area is good because we have those south winds, and it alleviates the flooding concern along the coast. So that is good news. For today, here's your wind forecast. We're going to have mostly southerly winds on tap, gusting near maybe 15 to 20 miles per hour. Now let's time out these showers and storms on your Saturday. So we'll have scattered storms into the afternoon and early evening. Some heavier rain at times is certainly likely, and we'll have to watch for those intense downpours that could lead to some street flooding issues in a few spots. That'll continue until this evening. Scattered storms into tonight, even into later this evening. We'll probably get a break late tonight and overnight, but there could actually still be a couple isolated passing showers overnight. Tomorrow, we'll bring back a few scattered storms in the mix in the afternoon and early evening. It's not going to be as much rain tomorrow, but you can still get those intense, heavy tropical downpours throughout parts of the day tomorrow for parts of the area. So you can't rule out at least some heavier showers at times on Sunday, but it's not looking quite as rainy as today. Monday, things start changing. We'll have a couple stray showers, maybe a storm Monday, but very hit or miss because we actually get into a drier weather pattern for the new work week ahead. Today, there is a risk of street flooding. It's a slight risk of excessive rainfall, level 2 out of 4, so a bit higher today. So we're watching that flooding concern, I think, today for sure. Tomorrow, the risk is there, but a bit lower. It's a marginal level 1 out of 4 risk. Still watching for some heavy rain. There could be some big puddles ponding on our roadways. It really doesn't take much for that to happen around here. Of course, we know that. So just, be careful. It may have a bit of a slower drive at times. Make sure you slow yourself down if it starts downpouring when you're driving. Don't need to be speeding at that point. Hopefully, everyone knows that. You would hope. So Monday, we're also not being highlighted for a risk of any flooding because that's when we start drying up. So no risk of flooding on Monday. We stay mostly dry for the work week ahead. We need the break, definitely. But I wanted to show you all, look at all this moisture that's coming from the Gulf. It stays with us through the weekend, starts to disperse early in the week. And then for the new work week ahead, we'll have an area of high pressure building in over the southern part of the country. And it actually takes over parts of the Midwest, too, and the mid-Atlantic and the southeast. So we'll be under that area of high pressure. Also, we'll have some drier air moving in at times, so that will really help lower our rain chances. Not going to see a whole lot of rain for the work week ahead. 1 or 2 stray showers, can't rule them out this time of the year. But generally speaking, we're going to see much less rain in the forecast for the work week ahead. But that also means we'll be getting hotter. So here's your 7-day. Keeping it warm and muggy this weekend, a little soggy at times, a wetter forecast for Saturday and likely into Sunday. We'll keep the weather impact alert in effect for the entire weekend for now. We'll see if we can dial it back for tomorrow, but so far keeping it in effect for your weekend just because it will impact your plans. It will impact the outdoor events. Some events have been moved or canceled. So just make sure if you are heading to any events that are still happening or doing your normal day-to-day errands this weekend, bring rain gear, umbrella, poncho, things like that. For the new work week, though, we dry up, we see more sun. Temperatures get to about 90 degrees, maybe the lower 90s. Still going to be very humid, so it'll probably feel like near 100 degrees this week. We're getting into the second week of June, so that's how it's going to feel. It's pretty typical for this time of the year. Thanks for tuning in. We will update you if there are any warnings that are issued for today when it comes to any flooding concerns. We'll be on here watching and waiting to see if anything is going on, and we will let you know, of course, right away. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back, of course, for the WWL Louisiana News this evening.